Hello everybody. Now if you haven't met Gizmo the cat yet, this is Gizmo. She's a 16-year-old cat we recently adopted. She's my buddy. I just wrote an article for Disc Jockey News on movie soundtracks and how we can use them as DJs. And how we maybe should be thinking about some of the music we're hearing in popular films. We just watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Volume 1 was tons of fun. It had some great 70s music in it. They were both really cool. The music is unique because it's older music that most people maybe kind of forgot about or haven't been thinking about. And it hasn't really been used on screen before, so it's fresh in that regard. It's introducing a lot of this music to a brand new audience. And, you know, sometimes that's how it works. There's old and new music in movies. Like Footloose, for example. I mean, that was the title track to the film, and we played all the time. A lot of us do. And our audiences know to do the silly Kevin Bacon dance when they hear that song. But then you have other things like, I guess a lot of the kids' movies have a lot of recycled old music in them. Like I know Cars had the song Life is a Highway. Rascal Flatts redid it. But, you know, Tom Cochrane did it a long time ago. And whoever knew that would be a song you'd play and get a dance floor. But since it's in the Disney film, it's now legit, so the kids want to hear it because they associate it with the Cars movie. And you can do this for older crowds too. So, you know, like Journey, Don't Stop Believing. Nobody played that song, or has played that song, since about 1981, until the Sopranos series finale. That was the last song they heard. Everybody wanted to hear it after that. Same thing with a lot of the songs from Quentin Tarantino films. Jungle Boogie, for example, might not have been a floor filler for you before Pulp Fiction became a hit. Now you can kind of play it whenever. And you pretty much are guaranteed somebody's going to come out on the dance floor because it's in the lexicon of everybody now because it was in the film. But the last thing I want to talk about here is how we think about these songs because, and I'm guilty of this too, I feel like sometimes we wait for someone to request the song before we start playing it. Meaning we almost ask for permission before we start playing these songs. And I think maybe that's the wrong way to look at this sometimes. We don't always have to wait for permission. Sometimes all we have to do is go for it, especially if somebody like the guy who directed Guardians of the Galaxy has already put that music out there. They've already done the hard work. They've already reintroduced it to everybody. All we got to do is press play. Maybe we shouldn't be so afraid. I think I'm going to try to play Redbone's Come and Get Your Love Soon. That was the big song in the first Guardians of the Galaxy film. I'm just going to play it at the top of a set or something and see what happens. I think it'll work. Those who were born in 1990 will say, hey, that's a cool song from Guardians of the Galaxy. And people like myself, born in the 70s, might say to themselves, hey, I remember that song. It's from the 70s. So you get two different generations out on your dance floor for two completely different reasons. They might not be the same reason, but it doesn't matter. They're out there, and ultimately, that's what we want, right? So pay attention to songs in popular TV and movies. Even if people aren't asking for them, they're back in a lexicon. Maybe we should go ahead and play it for them. That's it. We'll see you next time. Practice and enjoy.